Hey guys, it's me, my face, and a heat index of 106. Apologies for the late entry this week. It was just bonkers hot up here yesterday. It's not a whole lot better today. I have a fan going, and I know it's going to show up in the audio, but please, if I don't have the fan on, I'm not functional right now. I am going to jump in and try to move quickly, which basically means that this video is probably going to be 2.5 hours long. Let's dive in. The first thing I worked on this week is Death by Cross Stitch. And I think, as you will see, a trend of this past week, I worked on things, but very little. In fact, I didn't realize how little stitching I did until I sat down to make the video, and I was like, what did you do with your week? So this is how far I have gotten on Death by Cross Stitch, and because I can see through this fabric, I know that you can see what I worked on. Yeah, not a whole lot of progress. A little bit of purple, because I was in a purple mood, but not much else. The second thing I worked on is the Good Witch sampler that we have now firmly confirmed, is by Sub Rosa, not Primitive Hair. It's actually the thing I think I worked on the most this week. Checking to see that you can see. I'm hoping. A great deal of this video is going to be just me hoping. I am so... My glasses are foggy. I'm having a tough time seeing the phone. These are the handicaps I'm working with, amongst others. So yeah, I did a whole lot more of that dress. Telling you, that dress. Again, I think this is the one I have worked on the most, just because it's the one I can curl up into a small ball and work on and not have to balance and things. And golly, Andrea, you're the one that said you were going to show the backs all the time. Remember that? Yeah, you already missed one. So that's the back of that. So she's doing pretty well. She's moving along. In the interest of full disclosure, there is the back of Death by Cross Stitch. The next thing I worked on is It's You I Like, from the delightful mind of Diana. It is Kismet, and the hard work of charting the thing from Bendy Stitchy Michelle Garrett. My plan is to do at least 5 of these. I've got 2.5 done, kind of. If anybody's thinking of doing these, this is like a really great way to use up your variegated thread that looks really good variegated. And I think that's also maybe going to make it a little easier to do little finishes, because there's more colors that you can kind of play on and bring out, so you can choose what you want to highlight. But yeah, I like doing these because they're quick and they're positive and they're easy to work on. And when you want to stitch but you don't want to like do a bunch of color changes and things like that, something like this is great. And when you've got a whole bunch done, then you just start thinking about all the wonderful people that you would like to send them to. And then you stress out because you realize that you have to finish them. Don't be like me. The back. I forgot about the back. The back. Look, there's the back. The back. Fanning break. Fanning break. The last stitching I accomplished this week, I actually just accomplished last night. So if I had filmed yesterday, this wasn't even going to be in there. That's how sad this week was. This is Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. And I am managing to look through. I think you can see things. I finished the cat. I don't know why I thought it was a squirrel. I thought it was a squirrel. It's a cat. And I did another pumpkin. So I made like a little progress, but it's slow going. Can you see in this, I'm going to wiggle all over the place, this pumpkin here? There are 3 different color oranges in that pumpkin. Does that seem necessary to you? I mean, can you tell? Yeah, you actually can tell, can't you? Last night with the light blaring on it, I was just like, these are unnecessary. And now sitting here in normal lighting, fine, they're necessary. Fine, you're a genius. And the back. Because, show your backside. Again, I did not work on Wicked Christmas because I didn't. That's about all I got for you. I want to thank everybody who has been over on Instagram using the hashtag Finishes of Shame. I enjoy seeing your piles of shame. They are as impressive, if not more impressive than my own. I have not done a single thing with my finishes since I showed them to you. They're still in a pile. I haven't even put them back on the hanger. It's been a week. I did have some haul this week because apparently I was shopping my feelings. I did justify most of what I purchased. As needs more than wants. But like one thing that I got was a stylus so that I can start using my tablet more for stitchy things and stuff like that, because I am terrible when it comes to these nails. Like if I'm using it for crossing off things on patterns, I tend to get all over the place. And I wanted to thank, and I have my tablet actually here using it. I want to thank Catty Sue Cats for recommending using OneNote to bring PDF patterns into so that you can highlight them as you go and make little notes and things like that on them. At first I was like, I use OneNote for work, but I've never brought in like PDFs to edit. And at first I was very kind of annoyed with it because obviously my nails, every time I tried to cross off a line, I was crossing off 6 lines and they were all over the place. So I got a stylus. That's working better. I actually have It's You I Like loaded up in there. And what I do is I kind of, cross off as I go. And then I can blank it all out again. I can erase all my highlights and things and start it again, which is pretty cool. I also loaded in Death by Cross Stitch. That's a little more intense. That I may have to get used to, but now that I have the stylus, it may be a little easier. Does anyone else use one like this that it has a fine point, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to focus. Get away from my face. Don't look at me. I don't know if you can see that it has like a little disc at the end rather than a point, because what I really wanted was a fine point. Because most of them come with, I will show you, this big bulbous end that kind of looks like a pencil eraser. And it's just too thick for me to be precise when I'm trying to cross out, or when I'm trying to go down backstitching lines and cross out the ones that I've done. But I could not find a truly fine point stylus for like under $25. And they ran on batteries. And I'm like, I just want a stylus. I just want a stick. Just need a stick. So I ended up with this, which was very cheap. And it seems to be working okay. But I don't understand the disc. Does anyone understand the disc? I actually made a note. I wrote, what's up with this disc baloney? And OneNote is trying to make me spell it with Y. I don't, B-O-L-O-G-N-A. It's Oscar Mayer taught me that. That is how you spell baloney. Do you spell baloney? B-A-L-O-N-Y? Who are you? Explain yourselves. I also got myself a new package of these great wiry keyring things that were also the recommendation of the charming Diana. Somebody had asked, I wasn't sure what size to get, the ones that I linked to, and these things that I'm talking about that are available on Amazon or elsewhere are generally linked below, so if you're interested, go check them out. They may be affiliate links, just to let you know. But yes, I get the short ones, and I will put what the measurement is because I don't remember. That might be 6 inches. But you can string them together. So I figure if I get 6 inches, I can use them for big things and little things, and it won't be kind of out of control. I will say that this last batch that I bought a pack of, I think, 50 or 100 rather than the 20 that I bought the first time, because clearly I'm going to use them. Look how well this does this. This is knocking this out of the park. My washi tape is becoming a thing. I blame Michaels and the fact that they're selling them for 33 cents and there's Halloween stuff in there. What am I supposed to do? Also, to everyone's relief, I have also gotten the Sulky Petites that includes the black that I can try for better coverage for bats. These are a lot thinner. Like, obviously they are thicker than a strand of DMC. That's clear. But I really thought that they would be thicker. So we'll see. The last thing that I bought is fabric for making bags. Who are we kidding? I had a thought. I was at Savers and I was looking in the fabric section and I was thinking how when I go to make bags and things like that, I'm always like, I don't have the right batting or I don't have the right stabilizer. The fabric is loosey-goosey all over the place. And this, strangely intelligent voice in my head said, buy thicker fabric. Duh. So I found what looks to be like kind of an upholstery fabric. It's sort of velvety, but I thought it looked kind of retro and cool. And it's got like enough kind of body to it that maybe doubled up with just some light quilting, with a little light batting in between, might make for a nice bag. So I thought this was good. I mean, $2.99, and there is a fair amount of it. Oh, look. There's a big chunk taken out of it. That's okay. So I was thinking maybe something like that, or maybe even unlined or unquilted, but for a smaller bag. Like a little Notion size bag. It might have enough structure to kind of hold itself together. So I thought that was a smart experiment. This one, I just liked the fabric because it looked like something that you would find at your Nana's. These are actually pillow shams. I'm hoping that's focusing. Focus. But I liked kind of the champagne-y color. I liked that they were a little faded. Definitely like something you would find at Nana's. Unfortunately, the dimensions are not quite right for a bag that if you were going to do something like this, it would be very, very wide. So probably lose the cording on the edges or something and make it something closer to like that. But I thought that too would be, it doesn't have any, it's already lined, but it doesn't have any batting or anything in it. So I don't know if maybe I want to try quilting it just to give it some oomph, some life. It just needs the, I mean, I could even take this off. I could just cut it down and use it as fabric. But I liked those, and I got 2 of them for $2.99, so how could you argue? So yeah, those are going to become bags. I'm saying it out loud in front of people. Unfortunately, I have not gotten through all of the comments on last week's video, and by gotten through all, I mean I haven't dealt with any of them. It's been a week. But I did notice a few people enjoyed the comment about the duck conga line. I can't say it. Duck conga line. So I thought it was fun that from Sharon, yes, Sharon, I got a thank you card with a ducky on it this week. Look at him. He's so cute. It's Rubber Ducky Collection from the Philadelphia group, if you were looking for such a thing. Adorable. And Sharon, you're more than welcome. I'm so glad that I got to send out your goodies. I also got the cutest thing from our other winner, Diana. Look at this. It's an aloe plant. I know I didn't have to explain it to you, but look, that's an aloe plant. That's so cute. And again, it was a lovely thank you card. She's just the sweetest. I have the best friends online. You guys are my friends, and you're my besties, and you get me. You're my tribe. You're my tribe. Someday I get to meet some of my tribe. Speaking of my tribe and people who get me, I have to apologize, postcard winners. I'm sorry I did not send anything out this week. I think I've said 116 times in this video, it's been a week. It's been a week. I'll probably get into this later, but honestly, I didn't even know it had been a week until I noticed. And then it was too late. So I am endeavoring to get those out in tomorrow's mail. And nobody has complained. You have all been very patient. This is me, like, anxiety about the fact that I had things that I needed to do and didn't do them. And then I freak out and then I still don't do them because I'm me. I did get a message from somebody in Canada who had said, in a very Canadian way, almost apologizing that they were in Canada, and said, you know, if I didn't want to send a postcard there, I didn't have to. No, especially postcards. I am happy to send those anywhere in the world. I bought a sheet of international stamps. So if I don't use them, they're going to go to waste. So, you know, absolutely, if I'm doing a giveaway, especially if it's a postcard or one of those patterns that we just fold up and put in an envelope, anywhere in the world, guys, because it just takes one stamp and I've already bought them. So we're fine. Besides, in this day and age, I'm going to need some international friends because at some point I may need a place to hide. So I'm hanging in there longer than I thought I would, which is good, but I am going to end with a little update about, you know, not my face, but my head. Still taking 20 milligrams a day. I can't say I don't think I'm doing as well as I was on 10 milligrams. It was weird. On 10 milligrams, I was numb. On 20, I feel like I have far more anxiety and far more of the week getting away from me. Because literally there were nights where I just said, well, you know, I'll stitch tomorrow night. I'll stitch tomorrow night. So it turned out that I stitched like 2 hours on Monday night, a little bit, no, not even on Thursday night, like a little bit on Friday. And that was it for the whole week. And if I hadn't stitched on Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow on Saturday night, I really wouldn't have had very much to show you. I would have just had like the few projects. So this week was just very, I was very unmotivated. I was very tired. I did a lot of sleeping. I don't think the weather helps, but I mean, I have 2 rooms that are air conditioned in this house. I can find air conditioning. I just was choosing to kind of sit up here and watch videos and slowly melt until I just decided to go to bed. That's no bueno. So hopefully this week gets better. I have to, I mean, clearly I can do things when I decide I want to do them. And literally I gave myself no choice today. I put all the stuff for the video out in my way. So if I wasn't going to make the video, I was going to have to put everything away. And I'm dreading the idea of doing that right now. But I have to do it. But I made the video, so it worked. Nobody's better at tricking me than me. So that's about it for this week, guys. As always, I want to thank you. Thank you for watching and commenting and subscribing. Thank you for your likes and your dislikes. Thank you for all the interaction I have with you. You're my tribe, you're my community, and I'm thankful for you. Bye, guys.